Bruce Leonard, of course, and this is Bruce Leonard Leans Left while it's still legal. I said Happy New Year. We made it through another year. Made it through the year of Trump. I gotta say something. Last night, me and Laura were watching fireworks around the world, New Year's Eve celebrations, and man, we suck compared to these. France had like a 35-minute choreographed firework display over the Triumphal Arch in Paris, and it was amazing. It was lights and fireworks and all this shit was going on. And then they switched to Sydney, Australia. They were shooting fireworks off the bridge and all down this river, or maybe it was a bay, I'm not sure. But there were fireworks going on for at least a mile, like down the river. And then they switched to like Shanghai and Bangkok, Thailand, and there's all kinds of crazy shit going on. Then they went to UAE and Dubai, and they had like massive drones, and they were like beaming shit onto the side of buildings, and they're going, man, we got like 2 pop-up truck stages and Ryan Seacrest. And then drop a ball down the pole. It's like pretty lame. Laura was saying, and the money we spent on Ryan Seacrest, we could have some nice fireworks. That's like, why is Ryan Seacrest still on television? I'd like to know that. That's like, he's the most bland son of a bitch. Yeah, right. Laura says, fire Seacrest to give us explosives. Exactly. It's like, with the money they're giving Seacrest, they could buy a lot of fireworks. That's like, and you're just watching this stuff, and it makes you think. You're like, hey, are we really the greatest country in the world? That's what they say, like. But these fireworks going on in these other countries are way better. It's like, I said we got like 2 pop-up truck stages, Post Malone and Brian Seacrest. Got Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper getting drunk on the thing, which I like them. Like, they're okay, but I'm just saying, it was no grand firework. And I just could imagine that Trump was sitting around watching these fireworks going, what's going on here? We got the biggest fireworks week. But he didn't see that, of course, because he's too busy fucking frantically, manically tweeting whatever fucking bizarre shit he's tweeting now. Oh yeah, let's read. Here's one. This is the President of the United States on New Year's Eve. God bless Tina Peters, who is now, for 2 years out of 9, sitting in a Colorado maximum security prison at the age of 73, and sick for the crime of trying to stop crime in parentheses. The crime of trying to stop the massive voter fraud that goes on in her state, where people are leaving in record numbers. Hard to wish her a Happy New Year, but to the scumbag governor and the disgusting Republican rhino DA who did this to her, nothing happens to the Dems and their phony mail-in ballot system that makes it impossible for a Republican to win an otherwise very winnable state. I wish them only the worst. May they rot in hell. Free Tina Peters. Which misspelled at the end in capital letters, because by then he's having a stroke. Happy New Year. The fact that anyone thinks that this person should be in charge of anything and is someone to admire. I never will understand it for the life of me, how this happened. Like I said, we've let politics become a reality television show. That is exactly what has happened. You're looking at the intersection of stupidity, Hollywood culture, reality television show culture, and politics, government, all merging together to create one of the dumbest fucking. What's up, little crazy? How are you? Thanks for tuning in. To create one of the dumbest fucking things you've ever seen in your life. Only they happen to be running the most powerful government on earth. Trump, I do remember you, Mark. Thanks for tuning in. Um, I thought what was funny is they were shooting fireworks in Bangkok, Thailand. You know, Thailand and Cambodia are fighting right now. It just shows you humanity. Like, they're like, hey, let's stop fighting for a minute. There's a fireworks show. All right, we'll get back to the fighting in a minute. We got to celebrate the New Year. It's like Christmas. Remember, you ever heard the story of Christmas in World War One? World War One, right? Where millions and millions of people lined up in trenches across from each other and just mustard gas that blew the fuck out of each other with the tanks and flamethrowers and but on Christmas they stopped fighting, right? The guys came out of their trenches. This actually happened. Walked across the front to the middle and exchanged gifts. Like the English guys gave the German guys some cigarettes, and the German guys gave them some chocolates or whatever, and they were like, "Yeah, Merry Christmas," yeah, and they hug each other and all right, back to it. Start killing each other again. It's the folly of mankind. In a little tiny. Oh yeah, by the way, Trump, he said he stopped that Thailand-Cambodia war. Then it flared up again. Then he called him and he said, all right, I've stopped it again. And then they said, fuck you. And they fought again. Because he's respected. America's more respected than ever before, according to him. This is going to be an interesting year. Because Trump is losing his grip on the forces of the mega. Like, they're starting to realize that he ain't going to be around forever, and there's going to be a life after Trump. And what happens then? That's the real interesting question. What happens then? They're already trying to act like they're going to just push J.D. Vance into the seat, but it's like, J.D. Vance? J.D. Vance is like the Ryan Seacrest of politics. It's like, he has no personality. That's why I don't understand about Seacrest. Like, I don't hate Seacrest. He doesn't have any personality whatsoever. He's like a cyborg on TV. It's like, and I never got it. And Carson Daly, same thing. Him and Carson Daly are the two people in broadcasting from my generation that I'm just like, why these guys? They don't have any personality or anything going for them, really. It's like most plain vanilla white people you can find. It's like to introduce the most plain vanilla music you've ever heard in your life. It's like I guess I just don't understand that whole world. I said I came more from the underground. Punk, rock, metal, more like rebellious type people. So I don't understand mainstream culture at all. People who we need to fight to preserve the mainstream culture of America. I was like, well, what is that? Exactly. We don't have a culture. That's the point. It's like when you watch these things from other countries, you realize these other countries got, they have stuff going on. They got culture. They got some style. They got, like, what do we got? We don't really have anything. Well, we did have. We've spoiled it all away. We used to make the best movies. Is that the case anymore? Right? Put the lotion in the basket and put it. What's up, Jonathan? I finally replied to your message. I don't know what it is you want to do for me, but you're like, I want to do something for you, but I don't know if you would want me to do it. I'm like, you got to tell me what it is. That's very vague. Like, that's like, I could want you to do it. I don't know, but you must please elaborate. I send a message back. It's like, please elaborate on your plan. Well, I said, like, what is American culture that they want to keep, that they think needs defending so hard? Like, what, NASCAR? Survivor? That's, I said Post Malone. That's like, what do we got going on? So much greater than everybody else, you know. Like, the older you get, the more you see through all the bullshit. You realize that we're not really that great. And maybe we never were. Like I said before, America, it's the idea of America that's great, right? But we've never really lived up to that idea, have we? And any step that we make towards progress. That's why it was funny to watch Mom Donnie was sworn in today. I was watching, I don't know, did you watch that? Bernie Sanders swore in Mom Donnie, right, as the mayor of New York City. And Mom Donnie took his oath on a Quran, and I just was like, oh, did you hear the Fox News people's heads exploding? Look at it! It's an invasion of... Any speech was given by an imam, you know, a Muslim imam. Oh no! They're taking over! See, we're losing it, whatever it is that we... The war on Christmas has been lost. That's nice. Meanwhile, Mom Donnie's like, you know, hey, well, I think is that people have lost faith in the government because the government don't fucking do nothing for anybody anymore. And we're going to change that. What'd you say, Jonathan? Want to devolve? What? I don't know what that means. Please elaborate again. I don't know what you're trying to say to me. But anyway, and he said, we're going to change that. He said, it might not work, but people can never accuse us of not trying. We're going to try to improve the lives of regular people. No, that's communism. I have not watched Stranger Things, my friend, Mr. Redcaps. I have never watched one episode. It's one of those things that's on the list of things that I plan to watch someday, but I just never got to it. And then when it was coming to the end, I was like, well, I'll just let it end, and then I'll watch the whole thing all at one time. I tend to do that nowadays because I don't like waiting. How's that? It's like Fallout's on now, but they're only putting out one episode a week. So it's like, I watched it last night, and now I'm like, I gotta wait a week. Fuck, I don't want to wait. You know, so it's like Alien Earth. I finally started Alien Earth the other day, and as I said, I can watch it at my leisure, but I can watch the whole thing. The season's out. The Dairy Show too. I haven't watched that. I've heard mixed things about the Dairy Show. If anybody here watched Welcome to Dairy, tell me if it's worth watching or not. I heard some people say, oh, it's great, and I heard other people say, they don't ever show the clown, and it's fucking, like I said, it's like one big teaser. Sometimes they do that, and they hold on to the plot device, like to keep you tuned in, or like, well, what's something's gonna happen sooner or later. The clown will appear at some point. It's like, it's 6 episodes in, you haven't seen him, but he's coming. Please come back next week. His Skarsgård is busy. It's hard to get him on the set. It's like, but I've other people say it's really good. So I mean, everything's a matter of taste, isn't it? That's why I think it's funny that, you know, and speaking of the Stranger Things, Mr. Redcaps asked me if I watched the Stranger Things. I have not, but I've seen all the stuff online. Hey, Julia, Happy New Year. Glad you could make it. We missed you the other day, so glad to see that you're okay. That's like, it's just funny that these shows that they make nowadays, it's like I saw... They're about to start a new Game of Thrones show, right? call it A Night of the Seven Kingdoms or something. But I'm like, motherfuckers, you ain't even finished the House of the Dragon. It's like, where's the second season of House of the Dragon? Or the third season, I'm sorry. And you're like, where's that before you start a new show? How about you fucking finish the one I'm watching now? It's like, it's just like how the Game of Thrones ended. Like, the lazy fat fucking didn't finish the fucking books, and so they had to finish the series for him and write their own ending, and then people were like, that ending sucks. And you're like, well, that wasn't even Martin's ending because he's too lazy to finish the fucking story. It's like, you would think that when you started a television show, especially when it became such a big hit, right, that he would have been like, I better finish this. What does that mean? 210-600. 0144. I don't. What are these, lottery numbers? You gonna tell me how to win the lottery? That's how I can make a deal with you. You give me the winning Powerball numbers, and I'll split it with you. Sounds like a Trump deal. It's like, you give me what I want, and then I'll give you something. It's like, but then when it comes down to it, he doesn't fulfill his end of the deal because he's a fucking piece of shit. It's like when people play the lottery. You hear those stories all the time. People play the lottery office pool or whatever, and then they actually win it, and then the guy with the controlling the lottery pool and got the tickets tries to scam out and not pay everybody. It's like, just take all the money for themselves. Because people are shitbags. I've said that a million times on this show. It's like, that's the natural state of people. Like, you find a good person, hang on to them, because they're rare in this world. You know, they might come with some baggage and some problems, but if they're a good human being, that's harder to find than anything else. Everybody's got baggage and problems. You can navigate through that shit, you know, but you can't find a good soul or somebody who's really not trying to fuck you over, you know, at all times. Or lying to your face about most things, you know, like. This culture trains you to do that. Don't you get that? Watch these shows. Watch Survivor or Big Brother. Like, all they do is lie to each other. Like, that's the plot of the fucking show. Is, well, who's the best lying and scheming son of a bitch? And we're going to give him $1 million. It's like, and real life is like that too. You know, everybody at your work or everybody else is like look around them. Like, some of them are cool, but like if they're just there to make a living and feed their families and shit like that, then they're pretty cool, right? But these people that want to move up the ladder and they have their eye on spots in the company, they're gonna fucking stab you in the back every chance they can get, and then step over your dead corpse to get to that upper management position that they covet so fucking hard. And that's what the capitalist system teaches you to be. It's not designed for like camaraderie and shit. It's a cutthroat dog-eat-dog competition. That's why people love these reality shows. The same shit. Like, oh, I love that Casey. She just knows how to fucking manipulate people, you know. Yeah, she's a piece of shit. And she's gonna win $1 million because she's the biggest piece of shit they can find. It's like, and that's what makes for good television. It's like, there's a show called, I haven't never watched it, but there's a show actually called The Traitors. So where they encourage everybody to be as treasonous and traitorous as possible. So where nobody can trust anything they see it here because everybody's scheming, you know, and you're like, this is just like most people are. Most people never show you who they really are. If you know someone who dropped their entire guard and facade and bared their soul to you and let you see who they really are, that is rare in this world. like I said, because most people are scheming and plotting and pretending. They wake up in the morning, they put a mask on. You know, they're all like Patrick Bateman. You know, Patrick. That's why Patrick Bateman's a great character, because he's a metaphor for all those fucking dirty scheming, soulless fucking Wall Street assholes that only care about money. You know, rich people. We were talking about. Rich people just keep accumulating material things, right? Like, oh, I gotta have the fanciest bag, on the market, or the fanciest shoes, and like they have a closet with 1,000 pairs of shoes, but they don't wear the ones, they probably don't wear like 900 of them, because those are old, and they keep buying new ones and pushing those down the line until the closet is just full of shit that they never fucking use or touch. Because it's a throwaway thing. Laura says Jerry the villain from Survivor was her neighbor in L.A. and she was lovely. It was all an act. Yes. It's not reality TV. It's scripted. it's TV with a reality-based, presentation, but it's not. Yes, scripted, Julian. It's scripted in the way that, like, Curb Your Enthusiasm is scripted, where, like, they're like, here's the scenario, here's what we're going to do, now go. And then what the people say is kind of made up, but they're living in a created scenario. It's not like they decided themselves, to do whatever they were doing. It's like, let's take this couple, it's like a couple show. You're from Turkey, hey. Happy New Year, my friend. Hooray, Guler. See, from Turkey. We are worldwide here. How's it going in Turkey? I haven't heard about it for a while. It seems like it's rather quiet. Ergodan's got it locked down good. Like, got all the subversion fucking taken care of. Because I heard that there was for a while there was a nice movement going to try to push Ergodan out of the power, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. It's just like, I don't understand the world itself. But yes, Happy New Year, and thanks for hanging in, and tuning in, I should say. I have a really good friend who's Turkish. His name's Aydin Cole. He used to own this place called the Mafra, where I used to do comedy and play music. In Istanbul, bit snowy, 1 Celsius. Whew. I'm sorry, we're dumb Americans. 1 Celsius, what is that? We use the Fahrenheit here, so I don't ever have my fucking translator. Let's see, what is 1 Celsius? It's like, it's an energy drink. No shit. 1 degree Celsius is 33.8 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's kind of cold. That's about what it is here. About in the 30s. So we have very similar weather going on right now. You got some snow? Snow a lot in Turkey in the winter? Guys, look it up, Julius. It's like 33 degrees. That's a big difference, don't you think? Why? How come nobody could fucking decide, like, why don't we just use one thing? I think most of the world uses Celsius is like the metric system, right? And we're the only holdouts. So we're like, no, we're doing Fahrenheit, and and we're doing feet and inches. Fuck the metric system. It's like, we're not doing it. All right. Wait. We'll use it for drugs and soda pop. 2 liters. It's like, but that's it. So you getting out of us? We're using gallons and half gallons. I know it fucks up shipping, but you gotta have a special manufacturing wing that manufactures shit in. Yes, Ken. Things are extremely stupid. Meanwhile, they're blowing up more boats, right? No metrics, no Celsius. We're stubborn here. We're sticking with our shit. I know it doesn't make much sense, but we're doing it anyway. Why? Because we're assholes. It's part of our culture. I was talking about earlier. It's American culture. Being an asshole. That's what it is. To be the finest asshole you could be. In the meantime, there was some other stuff I wanted to talk about. Let's see. The judge threw out the case against Kilmar Abrego Garcia because it turns out newly unsealed documents showed that the DOJ moved to prosecute Kilmar Abrego Garcia for smuggling only after it became clear that Trump might not be able to deport him. Sure looks driven by a desire to punish him for fighting back against Trump. The court order unsealed on Tuesday suggests that the Trump administration pushed to prosecute Kilmar Abrego Garcia on smuggling charges only after he challenged his wrongful deportation to El Salvador, with one top justice official calling it a top priority over a month after he was deported. The newly disclosed details also indicate that the top Justice Department officials in Washington, D.C. were involved in the decision to file criminal charges against Abrego Garcia with no evidence. Do they have evidence? No. They got that video of him being pulled over with a couple other Mexican dudes in the car or something. Let's see. Irregular says east sides of Turkey are much more snowy. It can go minus 22 Fahrenheit. God damn. They must be. Are they up in the mountains? They must be. That's fucking cold, bro. If 1 Fahrenheit is 33 degrees, what is minus 22? Holy shit, that's fucking cold. Istanbul can go down to 25, 26 Fahrenheit minimum, yeah. Well, cities don't get that cold because of the streets and the roads, all the concrete, all the buildings hold heat. That's why Las Vegas is so fucking hot. Like when you're in Vegas, right, it's hot. Then anywhere else in the world, you're like, man, I can't wait for the sun to go down. It's going to cool off. You're like, but in Vegas, nope. Because it's all concrete and big buildings. It was sucking up that 115 degree heat and desert sun beating down on it all day. The fucking sun goes down and it's still 105. You get no relief whatsoever. And the wind is just hot. It's the wind, yeah, that's the other part. Like if you're in the Midwest, I'm like, oh, the wind will blow, we get a breeze to cool off. It's like in Vegas, it's like a dryer blowing on you. It's like a hair dryer. Even the wind is hot. It's just hot. But you get used to it. You do get used to it after a while. I mean, except for the deep middle of the summer, it's so hot you like, I'm not even going outside. If you have a dog or something, you take your dog out for like 10 minutes. And you can't keep them out there because they'll fucking die. It's like Athena will come back inside from Vegas. Say, yeah, it's hot as fuck. It's like, I couldn't imagine being a dog or an animal living out there. Went to L.A. Irregular says, from Turkey, says he went to L.A. in 2010. The best weather could be 330 days of the year sunny. Yes, that's it. That's that Lewis Black has a bit like that. Where he's like, San Diego, California is 72 degrees and sunny every day. He's like, the easiest job in the world is to be a weatherman in San Diego. He's like, what's the weather like, Bob? He's like, nice. Now sports. It's like 72 sunny all the time. And the other story that's going on is this fucking douchebag Nick Shirley I was telling about the other day is running around trying to break into daycare centers. Yeah, they wouldn't let him in. He says, "Oh, look, it's proof that there's fraud." Hey, no, you know it's proof of that there's security in these daycare centers. It's like, oh, this 23-year-old punk kid with a hoodie and his older friend with the camera. They want to come in and look at the children. It's like, you know what it proves to me is that's where I want to take my kids, where they won't let a fucking piece of shit like that come in and just filming the kids with a camera. Yeah, Laura says she learned that boating there. Yeah, in Vegas, yeah. It was like a hot hairdryer on us. The water was not even refreshing. Right, exactly. Even the water's hot. Yes. You're in Lake Mead, it's also got dead bodies in it. Marinating in the heat. Yeah, they said there was a drought and then the water started going down and started finding dead bodies in Lake Mead, and that's true. That really happened. But you're like, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Like, they had a few that were close to shore. How many dead bodies do you think are down in the middle of Lake Mead? Quite a few, I would imagine. For all those years of Vegas, mob murders and people disappearing. It's like, where'd they go? I've got a pretty good idea where you can find them. Yes, Julian, that's the part they don't tell you, is that all this fraud has already been adjudicated. What they're trying to do is take that old story and project it onto the people who are there now. And say, well, that happened, so these people must all be doing that. You know, I always say, but now do the South. How much fraud you think's going on? That Tom Cotton was all of them are. See, this is what I was talking about with Laura last night. See, this is where the right is superior to the left. Right? The right decided. And I don't care what anybody says. Who's giving this kid Shirley? What does this kid do for a living? And then people say, oh, he probably has a job. And like, no, he doesn't. Because before this bullshit story, he went to Ukraine and was posting videos trying to pretend that there was no war in Ukraine. And that Ukraine was just taking all American dollars. And like, who is giving this kid money? He's 23 years old to go to Ukraine. I'll give you 3 guesses. The first 2 don't count. Where he's getting his fucking money from. I mean, he's getting his... He's getting his money from some Republican operative who is a proxy for Russia. Because why is he over there trying to push the Russian narrative that Ukraine's not even at war? You know, you're like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Really, I got an idea. Why don't you go down there, or why don't you go back to Ukraine, Nick Shirley, or whoever the fuck your name is, and camp out in the middle of Kyiv for like 2 weeks. And hope that you don't get bombed. That's like why you're fucking chilling. And then tell me there's no war going on. They said, this is where the right is superior to the left. Right? They decided they're going to invent this story. Right? They're going to take a real story. Like I always said, they take a story that has a kernel of truth to it. They build a mountain of bullshit around it. Then they take someone like Shirley and they push him out there and they go, make this video, and then the vice president will retweet it, Musk will retweet it, we'll make sure it goes viral all over the fucking place. And they do. Now, why are they doing this? You gotta ask yourself. This is why you step back and you go, where's this story coming from? Why are they doing this? Well, you know there's an election coming up for the governor of Minnesota. You know who's running for the governor of Minnesota? I told you that here before. Mike Lindell of My Pillow fame, the crackhead, the crackhead pillow man, is running for governor of Minnesota. So what are they going to do? They're going to smear Tim Walz however they can. So even though these frauds were found, prosecuted, and like Julia says, the ringleader of the fraud was a white woman. Well, they don't tell you that, do they? They say, no, Tim Walz is letting the Somalis take all the money, and the only thing he can save you is Crackhead Mike Liddell, the and of course they fall for it. And this is, like I said, pumped across Fox News, OAN, Newsmax, Benny Johnson Show, Tim Pool Show, Ben Shapiro Show, Steve Bannon. You know, all these people will push the same story. And even though it's bullshit, because they have a whole apparatus that pushes this to you, then people believe it to be true. The left doesn't have that. Then they say, oh, the left owns all the media. That's not really true. The left can't concoct a story and sell it to you. The left can't sell you the truth. They couldn't sell you that Trump is Russia's puppet. If you said, Russia's a hoax, but every time you turn around, here's Russia. Right? Involved in something. Trump just gave a visa. The people who started the podcast company that started Benny Johnson and Tim Pool and all these guys, it's a Russian propaganda machine. Literally. Financed by Russians. Well, they got caught, busted, and they got thrown out of the country. Well, Trump just reinstated their visas, let them come back. Why do you think that is? You think that's just a coincidence? It's a hoax. It's not a fucking hoax. It's real. But like I said, the media, the real media, they can't fight against this machine. Why? Because the machine also tells those people that the real media is lying to them, while they're lying to them constantly. Now, it's all mixed up, and now you don't know what's the truth and what isn't. And if you're a Trump humping nutlicker, you really don't know what the truth is. This actually happened today. This is 100% true. I remember I told you the other day about Trump's email that he sent out about the boiling pot and how you had to give him money right now or they're going to take your tariff check. Here, I'll reread it to you. This is from the Trump campaign. Literally. It says, here are three reasons I need you to start the boil down before my year at the end fundraising deadline. 1, rebate checks are on the line. I want $2,000 tariff checks for workers. The Dems want to send your check to illegals. If you don't respond in the next hour. 2, last mandatory fundraising report of the year. Reaching our final goal of the year determines everything. To elaborate, it is very likely that our success or failure at reaching this goal will determine whether we keep the Senate and House majority 2026. We're walking on razor-thin ice. Number 3, stop communism. AOC's Ray Mamdani and Ilhan Omar have taken over the Democratic Party with a communist agenda. Please. My deadline expires in less than 48 hours, and we're still so far away from our goal. Stand with Trump. MAGA can't afford to wait any longer. Only a massive and immediate response will do. I need you to help me hit my end-of-the-year fundraising goal by midnight tomorrow, or everything we've worked for so hard to accomplish could go bye-bye. Stop the boil. Basically, give me money or the world will end, right? And I posted that. And somebody said, I swear to God, they said, it's not Trump. This is from a Nigerian scammer. This is not Trump. False misinformation. It's directly from the Trump campaign. But that's how far up their own asses and into bullshit these people really are. They can't tell themselves that they got conned. The only way to keep it going is just keep giving them more money and pretending like. These are the dumbest people on the face of the earth. It would be humorous if, like I said, they weren't controlling The most powerful government on the face of the earth, with the most powerful military, the most nuclear weapons. Meanwhile, I don't know if you saw this, but the world respects Trump so much that China did a war games where they surrounded Taiwan and pretended, or war gamed their strategy for how they would stop other armies from coming in and trying to stop them from taking Taiwan. That's how much they respect Trump. I made this prediction a long time ago, and I haven't said it lately, but I'm going to say it again, is these countries are going to make their move while these idiots are in charge. I hope you know this. This is happening. It could be World War III, or whatever. But China is going to try to take Taiwan while they can. These people are idiots, and they know it. Instead of being focused on what's really going on, Trump's trying to fucking gin up something against Venezuela. Because, Venezuela. I know whenever I worry about world instability, I always said, man, I hope they fucking take care of Venezuela first. We all know how much trouble Venezuela's caused throughout world history. Julia says, now we do have fraudsters as well, but when they get caught, they get prosecuted, e.g. Bob Menendez of New Jersey. Yes. Well, Trump has pardoned a bunch of fraudsters who were in prison. That's what's the other part that's fucking funny. They can, with a straight face, pretend like they care about fraud while Trump is pardoning every fucking fraudster he can find, and then he can't get that Peters out of jail, but he's trying real hard. He's trying everything he can, and he's tweeting out all his dissatisfaction with how she's been treated. Like she's a criminal, bro. She tried to overthrow the election for Trump. Trump's just pissed off because that's the one person who was convicted on state charges and he can't get her out. He pardoned the whole January 6th rioters. He pardoned everybody that was involved with the fake elector scheme. It's all a hoax, he says. It's all a hoax. But these people need pardons. And the FC files is a hoax, but I need to... Where's the thing about Jack Smith? Meanwhile, Jack Smith testified in front of the Congress, and I guess I didn't save it. I should have saved it. Jack Smith testified in front of the Congress about why he filed an indictment against Trump, and he tried to testify publicly, but they wouldn't let him. And then, so they made him testify behind closed doors. And then somebody in the House committee that was there, leaked the tape and the transcript of Smith's interview where he explains in explicit detail why Trump is guilty of the felonies that he charged him with. Because he is guilty. Julia says, Trump's email scam is no different than Oral Roberts claiming that God said give him $8 million in 30 days or he would call him home. Yes, and it worked. So I said, these people are the dumbest people on earth. They really are. When you mix up stupidity, religion, politics, racism, and hate, it's a powerful cocktail. It just makes people take their wallets right out of their pocket and give you money. The fact that you have a billionaire begging you for money and you think that you need to give him money. It's the dumbest thing ever. Did you just come here to say that? I don't even know your fucking name. LKJM, and I look at this bum. Yeah, I'm not a bum, man. I got a job. I've never used public... Well, I mean, I grew up on public assistance, but that was my parents. I, personally, have never used a government program in my life. Been gainfully employed my entire life, sometimes had 4 or 5 jobs. The fuck have you done? I've also had an artistic career. Yes. And but these are all people who've never done anything. That's why I said, like, people who've never done anything love to fucking talk shit about. Well, yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not taking the Benny Johnson Russian money to set up my podcast empire. And I am a rookie. I've been doing this show 1 year. Not even a year. It'll be a year in March. So 8 months, 9 months. Yeah, there's not many people that watch this show live, but I get pretty many views after. That's what I hope. What do I hope? What? Oh, that you'll help the algorithm or whatever. I don't really care. You know what I want is for one time for one of you fucks to come on here and actually have something to say. That's what I want. None of y'all have nothing to say. None of y'all have any ideas of your own, and all you do is parrot what they fucking tell you to say, and you don't really have any thoughts. That's what I want to hear, your thoughts. Do you have any? That would be interesting to me. And I said, I'm not even here telling you to get the fuck out of here. Like, go ahead and talk. What's the small mentality issue? That you got nothing to say? You haven't said one thing. You came on here to call me a bum and say that my viewer numbers are rookie and that's a small mentality issue. What does that mean? We're here talking about what's going on, like, in the world. So if you have something to say, let's hear it. If you don't, just keep listening. You're the fucking troll. Who's got the small mentality? You're just here to be a troll. You want to have a discussion? Let's have one. I'm all down for it. That's the problem. Is I said none of you people ain't got nothing to say, dude. It's I'm not fucking NBC. I'm just a guy. There's a guy in Turkey watching right now. So I am technically worldwide. Low level production. Yeah, I'm just a guy. I'm not like I said, trying to have, like I said, Benny Johnson has all that production. You know how? You know how he has all that production? Because he took Russian money. Millions of dollars. And you probably think he's got a great show. Oh, look at that professional Russian production. Like, oh, I bet you there's people worse than me, bro. I mean, YouTube is pretty big. And like I said, this show started from literally nothing. I didn't even have a backdrop when I first started. It was just me in the basement. Should have seen it then. And like I said, it was like 5 people. Look, he repeated himself now. So you bot. You couldn't even come up with a fucking name for yourself. Or is that some kind of... It doesn't matter, Julia. The point is what I said before, is you ain't got nothing to say. It's like when every troll on the line, you make a comment, right? You say something, and then they just say something and insult you. They never actually counter the point that you're making because they can't. They don't have anything to say. They're a bunch of sheep who just repeat what they're fucking told. And they say that oh, leftists are driving down and say whatever. It's like, you got TDS. That's what they all say. Trump derangement center. They just say what it's, and all these witch hunts and nothing burgers. And they just repeat what Trump tells them to say because they're in a fucking cult. A cult of unoriginal fucking people. Mostly unsuccessful, a large percentage of whom can't even get laid. It's like, and they project their loserdom onto other people. See, he doesn't know that I'm a stand-up comedian. I've traveled the country back and forth 4 or 5 times. That I have an album on iTunes and all the other things that I... I used to open from Miss Hedberg. Oh, see, here you go. Britain is broken and Britain needs reform. Okay, so you're a British Trump. That's like, you're all so unoriginal. It's kind of sad, really. It just tells you how many lonely, broken losers are out there who can be easily manipulated by this shit. And it's easier for you to blame immigrants or people of color or whatever, or Islam or whatever for your fucking problems, other than to look in the mirror and realize that you ain't fucking done nothing with your life. And that ain't no one's problem but yours, bro. Dude, I just got laid last night. Go fuck yourself. It's like, what are you talking about? Again, it's like you just make shit up because you don't know what you're talking about anything. It's actually quite humorous. Like I said, because you live in a delusional fantasy of your own creation. Again, where I'm some kind of loser who's never done anything in their fucking lives. And I've done more in my life than you've ever done or thought about doing. I just happen to be doing this right now. And I don't even take this very seriously because I was like, I'm not going to invest thousands and thousands of dollars to do this thing when I could just buy a camera and fucking start doing it. And here I am. And here you are. With nothing to say. Again, you're just parroting what they fucking told you. Britain is broken. Britain needs reform. Well, what kind of reform do they need? What kind of plans you got to make Britain better? Let's hear it. I'd like to hear it. And I said, I'm not even trying to insult you, bro. I'm not trying to tell you the truth. Well, I don't care. He's in England. I'd like to hear his perspective. Although, like I said, these British fucking Trumpers are just the same. They think Nigel Farage has the... Multiculturalism does not work. Wake up. Really? Really? You like tacos, bro? Burritos? You eat Indian food? Do you... That's like, do you like Chinese? Like, shut the fuck up. Your dumbass philosophies don't even make any sense. You're so hypocritical. Oh, you know he's full-on racist. I said, these are the people that think that Nigel Farage has the fucking, I said, ideas. And Russell Brand really didn't rape them chicks. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? He was too creepy for Katy Perry. She was like, I gotta divorce this guy. He's fucking creepy. No, I do. I just don't want to blow it. What's the difference? And let me ask you this. What's the difference if I was talking to you through a camera that cost $5,000 or through one I bought for $200? What's the difference? I'm still talking to you. It's still 1080p or whatever they're saying. The goal is still accomplished. Jeeper says he's eating KC pork chops and mashed potatoes. He is everyone. Yes, exactly. The point of this show is that you're all a bunch of fucking stupid bootlickers who worship these rich people who don't give a fuck about you. You listen to Benny Johnson, who's got millions of dollars in Russian money, and he's telling you that multiculturalism doesn't work and blah, 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 because it's all Russian propaganda that he's paid to say. And he's rich, and you're not, and you're licking his fucking balls like he's fucking telling you something that's fucking enlightening. It's like, it's not enlightening. It's propaganda, bro. He's lying to you 90% of the time. It's like we're regular people. Oh no, not anymore. He's a Trumper. Because he needs the Trump protection for pedophiles and rapists. Good, Jeeper. That's what this show's all about. We got us an English-British troll here who thinks that multiculturalism doesn't work and all of his problems are because of... This is just how I talk, bro. What do you want? You want to go back to colonialism? Bring back slavery? Huh? Go back to making the Indian people pick your fucking tea for you? Is that how you want the world to be? The world was good, right? Like Trump, make America great again. Like, calm down. I'm fine, bro. I'm good to go. Like I said, your movement has become a worldwide movement. You're just mega in England. They call it, make Britain great again. Hey, we got that in common, Jeeper. I love weed too. What? Rose-tinted bastard. What does that mean? Let me ask you a question. Do you have any friends who are not like you? This is a legitimate question. You have all these ideas, like, what about these other people? Do you know any of these other people? You know? Like, I know a lot of people don't know a black person. They got a lot of ideas about what black people are like. It's like, you don't even know one. How do you know what they're like? Why is it that I am able to be friends with all kinds of different people? And none of them, I've never been fucked over. I've never been robbed by my foreign friends or my black friends. I found black friends to be way more loyal. As a matter of fact, you got to be able to sit down for a second and like think outside of your own little box. Your own, like I said, you probably think that Nigel Farage is somebody. What? More than me? Do they know about your bigoted views of how they really shouldn't be around here? He can talk all he wants. That's it. I've always encouraged that. I just wish, like I said, that they'd have something to say. You know, oh, multiculturalism doesn't work. It's way general, bro. You might as well just say, I'm a racist. That's the end of the conversation. You know, it's just a fancy way of saying you're a racist because there's really nothing behind it, no thoughts. Tell me why it doesn't work. Yes, 2026 is going to be great because, like I said, Trump is losing his powers. 9 now. Look, it's climbing up. You're helping. By the end of the tonight, there'll be 100 or more. And as people do come and watch, they just don't all watch live. I do the show live 3 times a week. And like I said, not everybody can watch live, so some people watch later. And there's always trolls like you that come and say, you know, some negative shit, but I don't care. That's the thing. It's like, I'm untrollable because I don't give a fuck. I'm going back out on stages this week. Or not this week, this year. Like, I've taken a little time off. I've been doing this. But I'm going to get back out there this year. So, and what are you doing with your life? Besides watching this and telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. That's like, please think about what you said about how multiculturalism doesn't work. Think about it. Like, come up with all the reasons why you think that is. And then come back on Saturday, I'll be here at 6 o'clock, and have a conversation about it. Because I'd like to hear what you have to say. I really want to know what drives these views, why you think multiculturalism doesn't work. Besides the fact that you're a racist, I said, that's not really an answer, is it? Oh, that's cool. Jeepers going to New Hampshire next week and visiting the ice castles. Yes. Nice. I haven't been up there. I'd like to go. Like, New England is one place that I haven't been. I've been all over the continental United States, but I haven't been up north to... What? Dude, I told you I just talk like this. You obviously haven't watched the show. Go back and watch. I'll be yelling if you're not here. This is how I talk. I'm an excitable guy. If I was a regular person, I wouldn't have done all the things I've done in my life. That's what they say when I do stand-up, too. Like, why are you always yelling? Because I came from a music background. It's called dynamics. It's like when you get real quiet and then you bring it up. It's a mood. It's part of being a performer. You probably never done anything like that in your life, so you don't understand how it works, which is fine. Like I said again, I'm not here to insult you. I really would like to know why you think these things you think, beyond the fact that someone told you to. If you have a real idea of why multiculturalism doesn't work, and you could explain it to me in an intellectual fashion, I would be very willing to hear you out. Like I said, I've said a million times, I don't sit here on this show and tell people that I have all the answers. I just sit here and tell you what I see and give you my opinion. But it doesn't mean that my opinion is the only one or it's the correct one. It's like, I'm just telling you. That's fine. Again, you're not saying anything. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm begging you to actually contribute something to the fucking discussion. Besides horrible style, you're not any good, and fucking multiculturalism sucks. And dude, it's way too late for that. Anyway, I've been here for an hour. I appreciate you hanging out. Like I said, I challenge you to do that. Please. Like I said, think about what you said. I'll ask you the question. Why is it that you think that multiculturalism doesn't work? Think about it. Write it down if you have to. Write an essay or whatever you want. Come back on Saturday and tell me why it doesn't work. Because America is pretty multicultural, and it seems to work until the racists fucking get their fucking asses all in the tip and want to tear it all down. It was working pretty good. Has England fell apart since they got rid of the king? You know, like, no, not really. You got plenty of multiculturalism going on in your own country and you fucking hate it, I know. But why? Why do you hate it? If you can explain to me why, I would listen. Because I really want to hear some thought. But see, that's the problem is none of y'all have any thoughts. Except like that, what you're just doing. And you don't even see how fucking stupid you are. That's what's funny. It's like you just keep repeating yourself over and over and over and saying the same dumb shit when I'm begging you to say something of import. Because you have nothing of import to say. That's the bottom line. That's the truth that you don't want to face. You're just a sheep, bro. A loser, probably. That's why you're so susceptible to this kind of thing. Because you don't have any real thoughts or a real life of your own. So you're going to blame your troubles on other people. You go, well, I'd have a better life. It wasn't only this multiculturalism. And it's like, probably not. Because you're probably just a fucking loser. It's like, now, you're more than welcome to prove me wrong. It's like the Steven Crowder thing. Like, you're a fucking loser. Prove me wrong. But I've been asking you to do that for the last 20 fucking minutes, and you haven't done anything. Because there's nothing there, bro. An empty skull. That just repeats things that it's told to say. By the machine that I described to you earlier, if you're smart enough to kind of gather in how it works. But obviously you're not, because you're part of the fucking problem. But I'm going to get out of here because I've been here over an hour now. I appreciate you all for watching. Again, if you want to contact me, you can message me at Bruce Leonard Leans Left at outlook.com. If you're new to this show, please hit the subscribe button and the like button. I hate the show like that, but you just have to. Because that's the way it works. If we want to get out of this doldrum where the LKJ says that my numbers are amateur, you need to tell your friends. What? to watch this show. And it has been growing. Like I said, we've grown. Well, tonight, we're talking to someone in England. We were talking to someone in Turkey. We are worldwide. Now, it's very small creep with no money backing us and no Russian fucking, I said, ruble checks to cash. But we're growing our audience very slowly. And this show is, what should I say, honest. How's that? I'm not telling you I have the answers. I'm saying let's have a discussion. Let's figure this out. Thank you for watching. I said all over the world. And that's it. If you have not, please subscribe. Hey, we got the 100 message cup. Thank you so much. Take that, troll. I'm gonna get out of here. I said Happy New Year again. I'm glad that you made it through. 2026 is going to be very interesting. Please ride it out with me. Come back, LKJ, please, on Saturday at 6 o'clock with something to say. Please, if you can muster that. I love you guys. Thank you. I said subscribe, like. I'll be back Saturday at 6. Thank you very much. Good night.